One island. No name worth remembering, just a strip of sand between two coastlines the locals called Funajima. One boat moving slow across flat water at dawn, and in that boat a man everyone assumed had already lost. He's late, hours late, the kind of late that gets talked about for 400 years. On the shore, a crowd's been standing since sunrise, and the man they're waiting for, Sasaki Kojiro, is good. Not pretty good, the best sword in the region, maybe the country. Precise, trained, undefeated. He's standing there in the sun, in front of witnesses, watching the tide, wondering if his opponent's too scared to show. He's not scared. He's sitting in a rocking boat with a piece of wood in his hands, and he's carving a weapon out of an oar. That's the picture. Hold on to it, because everything you need to know about mastery is sitting in that boat. By this point, Miyamoto Musashi isn't some undiscovered talent. He's fought over 60 duels. He hasn't lost one. 60, 0. Most swordsmen of his era trained in a school, a style, passed down with a name and a lineage and a set of forms you practiced until your hands remembered them, without your brain being involved. That's how it worked. You picked a discipline, you mastered its motions, and you trusted the system that raised you. Musashi did that too, early on. And then he kept doing something most people never do. He kept asking if the system was actually right, or if it was just familiar. Here's the thing about Kojiro. He's not just skilled. He's got a signature, a specific technique, a long blade, a move so refined it has its own name, the turning swallow. Precise, elegant, practiced to the point of poetry. That's what Musashi is sailing toward. Not just a man, a system, a perfected, elegant, respected system that has never lost. And Musashi shows up without even a real sword. Everyone on that shore reads it one way: disrespect, an insult. A man who couldn't be bothered to prepare, showing up hours late with a joke of a weapon carved from a boat oar. They've got it backwards, and they're about to find out. Let's slow down here, because this is where people rush past the part that actually matters. Musashi isn't sitting in that boat relaxed because he doesn't care about the outcome. He's sitting in that boat calculating. Every hour he's late, Kojiro stands in the sun a little longer. Every hour, patience burns down a little more. Every hour, a disciplined, precise fighter gets a little more agitated, a little more ready to make this personal instead of technical. Musashi's not late by accident. He's late on purpose. And the sword, the oar he's whittling down with short, efficient strokes, isn't a joke either. It's longer than Kojiro's blade. Simpler, nothing fancy. No forge, no polish, no ceremony. Just enough shape to do exactly one job. Now here's what most people miss when they tell this story. Showing up like this is a massive risk. If it goes wrong, there's no elegant explanation. No one writes, "and then he lost," but his strategy was sound. You show up underprepared by every visible standard against the best in the country, and if you're wrong about your read, you're just dead. Overconfident. A cautionary tale instead of a legend. That's the deal with stripping everything down to essentials. It doesn't look impressive right up until the second it works. Up until that point, it just looks like recklessness, or worse, like you didn't take this seriously. Musashi took it more seriously than anyone on that beach. He just didn't need the theater to prove it. The boat finally reaches the shore. Musashi steps out, oar sword in hand, into the sun Kojiro's been standing in for hours. Kojiro, furious now, draws his blade. And in his fury, in a detail almost too on the nose to be true, he throws his own scabbard into the water. A small human moment. A man announcing, without meaning to, that he doesn't plan on needing it again. Musashi sees it, and he says something simple, something almost cold. If you didn't need your scabbard again, you've already lost. One exchange. That's it. One strike from the crude, oversized weapon Musashi carved on the way there. And the fight that took years to arrange, that drew a crowd, that was supposed to be a showcase of refined technique against refined technique, is over in a single motion. No prolonged duel, no elegant back and forth worth retelling, blow by blow. Just precision, timing, and a total absence of anything extra. Here's the part you need to actually sit with, not just nod at. Kojiro spent his life perfecting one beautiful, complicated technique. Musashi spent his life stripping everything down to what actually worked in that specific moment, against that specific person, on that specific day. One of them built a signature move, the other built judgment. Mastery isn't about accumulating more technique, more tools, more polish, more preparation rituals that make you feel ready. Real mastery is knowing exactly what to cut away until what's left is the only thing that matters. The ore wasn't a lesser weapon, it was the right weapon, built for exactly one job, with zero wasted effort on anything else. Now look at your own life for a second. Not Musashi's, yours. How much time have you spent sharpening something that was never the actual problem? How much time on the equivalent of an elegant technique with a name and a reputation, when what the moment actually needed was something simpler, cruder, and exactly right? You've done this. Everyone has. You over-prepare for the wrong thing. You polish a skill nobody's testing you on today. You show up with more gear, more research, more backup plans than the situation requires. And you call that discipline. Sometimes it's not discipline. Sometimes it's just fear wearing a nicer outfit. Musashi didn't need the best sword in Japan that day. He needed the right sword for that fight, and he was willing to look underprepared, disrespectful, even reckless to get there. That's the part that should bother you a little, because most people won't risk looking underprepared. They'd rather overbuild, overcarry, overcomplicate, anything to avoid the discomfort of showing up with less than everyone expects and trusting that less is enough. So ask yourself the real question. Not the comfortable one. What have you been sharpening for years, maybe, that was never actually the thing standing between you and the fight in front of you? What's the ore you haven't carved yet? Because carving it means walking in with less than everyone else thinks you need. That's it. Sit with that.